Hi there folks, it's Prepper Al here again, and today we're talking about survival knives, blades, axes, and you have to ask yourself, why do you need a survival knife or a survival axe? For three main reasons, I would say. Self-defense, to protect yourself from another human being or a wild animal. And here in the UK, we don't really have that problem. Wild animals, maybe our crazy dog, our uncontrolled dog. So a human being is what us people in the UK really do have to worry about. Then you're talking about cutting and fabricating maybe an emergency bandage, or cutting rope, or cutting paracord to be building shelters or securing equipment, etc. So self-defense and cutting, and also fires. You can use your bladed weapon for making shavings, fat wood, and for splitting logs. Not big, huge, massive logs, but splitting medium-sized logs that are quite maybe thick, so thin, medium size. At the most, a bladed weapon, if you use it properly, can make your firewood as well. So self-defense, cutting, and chopping, splitting for firewood, etc. That's the three main reasons you need a survival knife for. What is the best survival knife on the market? The best survival knife you will ever have is the one you have on you at the time of when you need it to survive. You could spend £200 on a fancy ass, state of the art survival knife that's been promoted on various YouTube channels and other websites, Bear Grylls or whoever, and you know, guess what? You could forget about it. You could leave it in your car, then go on the West Highland Way or the Appalachian Trail. You've forgotten your £200, $200 survival knife, and then you realise you're in a situation where you need a bladed weapon and you forgot it. So that's £200 worthless in your car. Oh, but you did remember to bring along your penknife in or your Swiss Army knife in your top right hand pocket. Don't be buying into this $200, £200 thing at a time. It's absolute nonsense. Bladed weapons can pretty much do the same thing, whether it be a Bowie knife or cold steel. Now, I'm not mucking them, they are good quality products, but they're way far too expensive. Prepping and survival is, you have to have a budget, or it just gets out of control. You have to keep it simple, folks. And I'm not saying that to be patronising, I'm saying that to save you pennies. So I'm going to give you a classic example. This is an actual survival knife. It's from a company called Black Savage Survival, and I bought it a number of years ago, and it is a good piece of equipment. But I'm not going to talk about this now. I'm going to talk about this axe, because Black Savage Survival have an axe. It's called Black Savage Camping Survival Hatchet, and you'll see it on eBay, and if you actually type that in on Google or eBay, it'll come up, and it looks like this. This, however, I bought this for a £5 out of Aldi. Now, for you guys in the States or elsewhere, Aldi is a budget food store. It's good shit, it's good stuff. But this cost me a £5, and it is an exact copy of the Black Savage Survival Hunting Camping Hatchet. And this is actually manufactured by WorkZone. WorkZone's a registered trademark there. So a £5, or I don't know what, a £15, £20, £25 survival hatchet. Whew. You see where I'm coming from, folks? You can pick up like for like the same products for less elsewhere. So this is the best axe in the world for me. Cost me a £5. So, an axe. Now, this is it. It's about what? 40 centimetres maybe? Whatever. You know, I'm not going to be chopping down trees with this, but I can chop through branches. But what you would do is, I'll do this in another video, an actual practical video. You just use the blade, the weight of the axe handle, then you get yourself a firm branch, short clubby type branch, and you doosh, 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 and it will split the wood. You don't have to be going running like, hi-ya, like a lumberjack and all this nonsense. You've got to conserve your energy out in the woods in a survival situation. So chop wood smartly, folks. So that's the axe. Okay, the best axe in the world is this. A Work Zone hatchet from Aldi's for a £5. There you go. This Black Savage, it is good, it's great. It's a good wee survival knife, and I get shavings and fat wood from this easily. It's a very sharp blade, and again I have split wood, so pretend this is the tree trunk, the stubby branch, and yeah, and it splits the wood. So Black Savage, this actually cost me about 30 odd quid, and it is a good piece of equipment, but I wouldn't pay for that again for it. And it comes in a sheath. You just pop it open like that. I put the camouflage stuff on myself, and it clips on to your belt like that. That wee loop there. It's good. It is a good piece of equipment. Right, my SE80 bayonet. This actually, the whole shebang actually cost me about 80 quid. You'll get this on its own relatively cheaply, and this, it is solid. It is a one-piece steel. You know what I mean? It's absolutely solid. Self-defense, obviously. Shavings, fat wood. Batten it, it'll split the wood. It's not got a saw on it though, but it does have a saw when it comes with the sheath. Now with the sheath, you've actually got a sharpening stone. That's actually, and this part here is wire cutter. So you've got this little notch here. Then you get the keyhole. Fasten it on, and there's your wire cutters. However, this is like hardened plastic. This is a bit of metal, but the rest of it's plastic. There's not much weight in that, and I don't like it. But it does come with an integral saw. So that's good for survival. So that's the serrated edge there. And I have used this as a saw, but nah. So this wouldn't be my number one option. It's good for self-defense and fighting. Trust me on that. That is solid, that will gut a man. But my AK-47 bayonet, I've had this for years. This is Russian. It's solid, it's reliable. It's short and compact, very sharp. It's a strong blade. It will split wood. It's got a saw on the top side of the blade. There, it's not a big wide saw, but it will do the job. And again, its sheath is actual metal. And it comes again with you've got your notch and your keyhole. There you go. Oh no, wrong way. There you go. For a wire cutter. And this feels a lot more, it's got a bit more weight to it, a bit more girth, a bit more safety. Whereas with the SE80, using it in the wire cutter mode, it feels loose and flimsy. I don't like it. So, now what you've got to ask yourself can I defend myself with all these weapons? Yes. Can I cut and fabricate cord, rope, emergency bandages? Yes. Can I chop up wood, get shavings, fat wood, kindling? Yes. Kindling, yes. And can I chop up big logs? Yes, you can, if you do it smartly. And don't run around like bloody, I don't know, who runs about with an axe in a scary film? Jack Nicholson, here's Pepper out, you know, nothing like that. You don't need to be doing this. But hey, look at this. A Swiss style army multi-tool knife. Can I defend myself with that blade? Yes. Can I get shavings and fat wood with that blade? Yes. Can I cut things with that blade? Yes. And obviously this comes with saws as well. So here's the saw. That's actually a descaler for when you catch fish, get the scales off. But this bit is a saw. No, that's the knives. Go on you. Here's a saw. Now I would say that's a good wee saw, and I've used this. And when you look at it compared to the Kalashnikov saw on the ridge there, you know what? It's about the same size, and it's got bigger and better teeth. So that's just a penknife. My wife bought me that when we were first dating. Scottish people don't date. You know what I'm talking about. You know, and that's your survival knives, folk. Stop paying through the nose for fancy ass cold steel gadgets, and I'm not mocking them, but I'm just using them as a point of reference. £200-300 for the best axe ever, the best survival knife ever. No, £5 hatchet from Aldi's. It's the same as a premium version hatchet survival camping axe. You can invest in an actual legitimate survival knife if you want. It's up to you. I have used this, it is a good piece of equipment, but I'll never again pay £30 for a survival knife. An AK-47 bayonet, you know what? Oof, that's probably my number one choice, actually. And my SE80 bayonet, you know. Just shop around, folks. The best knife you will ever have is a knife that you've got, or the survival knife that you've got on you at that moment in time. And it could be a $200 fancy ass survival knife that you got that day, or it could be your wee trusty Swiss Army tool thing that you always carry with you in your top right hand pocket when you're going camping, orienteering, mountaineering, or a walk over the fields with a dog. It's what you make of your equipment. It's not about the actual thing. It's about, do you know how to use the item? That's the true survival. It's not about having the fancy ass gadgets, it's about knowing what to do with what you have in a dangerous situation that your life depends on it. So folks, I hope that is a little bit enlightening. I hope I'm going to save you a lot of pennies. I dare you, check out Black Savage Camping Survival Hatchet on eBay and look for it. It looks exactly like that. Exactly like that. It even comes with the wee rubber stopper thing. And that was a £5 at Aldi's. Pick up a bargain where you see it. Right folks, that's my 2p worth on survival knives. So, Prepper Al here. Please subscribe, hit the notification button, and check out my other videos. Right, I'm going to get the dinner on. The wife will be finishing her work soon. I love being a wee house husband. And a YouTuber. Right, I'm rambling on. Right folks, have a good evening. Catch you later.